At first, photography acted as a tool of remembrance, creating memories through family albums and more, as mentioned by Dijck. But Sturken and Cartwright went further by saying that it was created as a technological solution for scientific and legal needs and uses emerging back in the 19th century, where pictures would reflect reality, the evidence of what could not be denied. Because of course, for the object to be photographed, it had to be there with a camera, right? They can't lie. But really, to what extent though? First, let's take a look at a brief history of photography. According to Tiddenberg, one of the first inventors of photography is French artist and painter Louis Daguerre, with his invention the Daguerreotype camera in 1839. But this did not stop photography from evolving ever since. And as the camera evolved, so did the editing process. You would probably say that this is where the truth became questionable. Nope, photography manipulation always existed somehow. It just used to be a slower and longer process. Do you remember the time when people took a picture, had to remove a film and get it developed? Some perhaps even got to access what we would call a darkroom. There we would put negatives together, make test strips, combination prints, burn and dodge details in the picture.
One eternity later.
Until they get the desired result. Cheating in photography was always present, it just used to be more physical. Today it is simply more flagrant and easily done. Why? Digitization and convergence happened, that's why. In other words, what was done in darkrooms back then can now be done digitally, in a faster and easier way, using the brand new advanced digital cameras and digital editing softwares available almost everywhere online. With Photoshop, for example, one can easily edit a picture and make it appear realistic enough to deceive the eye. This often occurs in industries like advertising or photojournalism, which in the end comes to question the ethics of a job where the truth should be delivered to people. To make things trickier, even the amateur can now appear as a professional, making it hard to differentiate.
I can't see the difference. Is there a difference?
All thanks to the rise of the internet and the Web 2.0, which granted anybody easier access to anything, thus leading to the birth of prosumers. Almost anybody can now produce content, interact with other content, and even share or modify them online. What makes it easier is the shift from traditional photography to mobile phone photography, for instance, and the multitude of social media applications like Instagram and Snapchat, enabling pictures to get instantly edited using filters and shared among peers. Even the most basic of pictures can require a touch-up. It's almost second nature. Many also manipulate the pictures to showcase their own idea of self-representation of these sites, achieving this mainly through selfies. It retains this concept of portraits, but in a new digital age and in a freer, more alterable and shareable form.